What's going on, Boro fans? This is Joe from Boro Fan TV. Today I'm going to be discussing the preview for the Boro's upcoming game on Saturday the 15th of December with a 3 o'clock kickoff as Boro take on Queen's Park Rangers in the Sky Bet Championship at Loftus Road. Now, we all know Loftus Road is one of our favourite places to visit for Boro in recent times. And particularly for me, last time I went when we won 3-0, with George Brent scoring the screamer, Daniel Ayala and Adama Traore netting the goals that day. Just a bit sad, unfortunate, that I won't be able to attend this one due to other commitments, but Guesty, AJT and James will all be there for the post-match interviews after the game, so feel free to go over to them if you want to post your post-match analysis. But until then, guys, let's do the preview. Obviously, Boro's form going into this is bit mixed, should I say. You know, we came off of the 1-1 draw against Blackburn, you know, without going into any form perspective. You know, we came away, you know, obviously we started okay against Blackburn, I must admit, but you know, like I said in my match interview, just the message set it off was completely changed everything, you know. And then they scored, and then obviously British no longer scoring that welding in the second half. Hopefully, with that, even though we slipped out to 6th in the league, we should be winning these type of games that we got coming up. You know, don't get me wrong. Obviously, you know, for the game against QPR, Mo Besic is suspended. So going up to our camp is many questions to be asked. I mean, does Hassan Malonga, after that goal, does he start, like, you know, with possibly helping Hugo on the side? Because we know our lone strikers have not been getting much service around goals in recent weeks. And so, could that formation that we had out in the second half, could that be the answer? Will Pulis play a 4-4-2? And obviously with Besic suspended, there's I think maybe Clayton and Howson just fit in the midfield position for now, and possibly have Downing and possibly Tavernier on the wings. That's a record I should go for. But we'll have to wait and see what Tony Pulis does on Saturday, won't we? Anyway, going on to our opposition, Queen's Park Rangers, obviously managed by former Boro boss Steve McClaren, as we all know. They had a kind of like a good start, mixed start to this season, really. They started off so well, I think they were almost in the playoff places at one point. But they suffered a dip in form recently. At the moment, they're currently 14th in the Championship. The last 6 games, they've won 1, drawn twice, and have lost twice. The last game coming up was a loss against Leeds, 2-0, I think. So Steve McClaren will be looking for a bounce back from his players going into the game on Saturday. There's a lot of key players in their team, most notably like the holding midfield players. Like, obviously, you've got Jeff Cameron, who's on loan there from Stoke. You also got Massimo Luongo as well. He's the driving force. They're going to be the driving force in their central midfield department. And then you've got the attacking wingers like the Polish international Pavel Vyzhalek, I think he's called. He's doing well to score goals from their recent times. And also Ahmad, who we could have signed in the summer, but he's signed a contract extension now at QPR, that being Luke Freeman. And he's going to be a nightmare to cope with, especially for shotting, you know. But and then you've got the 2 strikers that could pose a threat on Saturday. Both of them are on loan at QPR, by the way, because they had that bit of a transfer embargo at the start of the season, where they couldn't bring any players in. But they've obviously got Inaki Wells, who's on loan there from Burnley. He's a nightmare in the Championship. We all know about that. And also Tomar Hemed, who's on loan there from Brighton. I think he's currently their top scorer so far this season. And also got that attacking midfielder that I've been liking the look of in recent months. So that being Echeberry Eze, I think he's called. He's impressed me throughout the last couple of months on a QPR standpoint. But yeah, there's all sorts of formalities going into this game on Saturday, guys. You know, I mean, I think we've been allocated about 2,500 Boro fans are travelling down to Loftus Road on Saturday. But I'm not sure how many we've sold. So, I mean, the possibility of a Christmas shopping trip to London for some people, or spend the weekend in London more likely, would be coming along to that. So, yeah, but like I say, even though I've been there last season, I won't be there in person on Saturday due to other commitments. But like I say, Guesty, AJT and James will be there. So go along and say hello to them, as obviously we got the post-match interviews back after the game, so feel free to have an interview after the game, so why not, you know, because we brought them back at the Blackburn game, you know, last week, even though I was on one of them, and to be honest, they were corkers, absolute corkers in those interviews, guys. But anyway, that's my preview for the QPR game on Saturday. If you haven't followed us on social media already, please do. We've got our Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, links in the description below, so go ahead and follow us on those. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Boro Fan TV. So until then, guys, let's hope we bring back 3 points from the capital this Sunday. Saturday, I mean. Don't know why I said Sunday. Anyway, guys, up the Boro.